Maryland, what's going on? We are so energized and ready. This is our time, Maryland. This is our time. And we are so excited to be joined here by the First Family, our President Joe Biden, our First Lady Joe Biden. I tell you, Madam First Lady, we are so grateful for your leadership, and I want to give a special shout out to how you have supported higher education throughout your entire career. And I do want to give a special shout out also about the way that you've supported our community colleges. There are 16 remarkable community colleges here in the state of Maryland, and the First Lady is right. I did end up as a Rhodes Scholar, ended up becoming the first black Rhodes Scholar in the history of Johns Hopkins University. But I'm a very proud two-year college, and the ring that I wear on my finger is from my two-year college. I know my foundation. And we are going to support all of our students, and you have consistently done that, so thank you. Thank you. And I am so grateful to be here with each and every one of you, not just today, not just tomorrow, but for this entire journey. Because this is our journey. This is our journey to make Maryland the place that lives up to the principle that I learned in my first days of Army training, a principle that was simple: leave no one behind. And I want to be clear, after tomorrow, if I am blessed enough, if I am blessed enough to be your next governor, we are going to make that the new mission of the state of Maryland. Maryland will be a state that leaves no one behind. You know, it was interesting. It was interesting, Senator. The other day, a reporter actually asked a question, and they said, "Why are you all campaigning so aggressively?" And she said to me, she said, "Haven't you seen the polls?" So I told her, I said, there are three reasons why we continue to campaign so aggressively. The first reason why we continue to campaign so aggressively is this. This is how I plan on governing. Aggressively, with urgency, and across every part of the state, so get used to it. The second reason is because the only poll that matters is Election Day. And until those polls close tomorrow night, we are running like we are 10 points behind. We are running with urgency because we cannot just win an election, we have to send a message. And the third reason is also simple. Because the stakes are too high to do anything different. The stakes are too high. These are uncertain times. These are uncertain times because we know that there are families who are struggling to put food on the table, that people simply want to feel safe in their own communities, in their own homes, and also in their own skin. We know that these can be uncertain times for families who want to make sure that their children are going to a safe and a quality public school. And I love you, teachers. That people just simply want the opportunity to leave something behind to their children besides debt. But let's be clear, these are uncertain times for democracy as well. The principles of the nation that I love are under a level of unprecedented assault. critical rights, like understanding that abortion is health care, and we are going to fight to make sure that Maryland is a safe haven for reproductive freedoms and reproductive health. And critical rights like understanding that a democratic election should be honored and respected. And not letting and allowing Maryland to become a state where deciding to honor the results depends on what the results are. But in these uncertain times, I promise you this one thing: Maryland will lead. When it comes to making sure that every child has access to a 21st century quality education where parents, educators, and community members are all empowered, Maryland will lead. And by the way, that includes that we will make sure that we are implementing free pre-K for every child in need in the state of Maryland. That when it comes to tearing down this political divisiveness, while also building a workforce of the future by giving every single high school graduate the option to have a service year option, Maryland will lead. When it comes to creating a safe haven for abortion access and honoring the fact that that difficult decision to have an abortion should be made between a woman and her doctor, Maryland will lead. When it comes to making Maryland the home of innovation and entrepreneurship, leveraging our colleges and universities like the remarkable Bowie State University, and by the way, the other three HBCUs that Maryland has in the state of Maryland, investing in apprenticeship programs and trade programs and supporting our workers, teaching our students how not just to be employees, but how to be employers, forging an economic growth that we can all benefit from and not just some. Maryland will lead. And I'm so thankful for the First Family for being here. So thankful. That's right. Thankful for the partnership and also thankful for the recognition and understanding that Maryland is ready to lead. For being here to understand and also underscore the fact that this is going to be Maryland's moment. But I know that in order for us to accomplish any of this, we've got to do it together. Because if we stand divided, we cannot win. But if we stand united, we cannot lose. And not just over the next day, and as folks in the military and folks who have seen us on the campaign trail, it's not, a day and a wake up. We just got a wake up left, y'all. It's just a wake up, right? And not just over the next day, but every single day. Because democracy is not a day, even though I need y'all to vote tomorrow. And go bring all your people out with you. Do not vote alone, y'all. It's too much fun. Do not vote alone. Make sure you're bringing people with you. Yes. But democracy is not a singular act. It's an honored commitment. I love this state. And I love this country. And I am a true and a proud patriot. where I proudly laid my life on the line to defend this country, and I would do it over and over and over again. And I'm proud of the fact that I am in a room full of patriots. I'm proud of the fact that I'm in a room of educators. Who come into the classroom before the sun comes up, who do not come home until the sun is already down, because you understand that our state's future fills your classrooms. Patriots, our workers, who every day are making sure that the buildings are getting built, our roads are getting fixed, our bridges are sound. Patriots, our nurses and our doctors and our medical technicians. Who every single day ensure that our state is safe, our state is healthy, and every single Marylander, even in their toughest moments, are seen. Patriots. Our first responders who spend every single day running towards danger when the natural instinct is to run away from it. Patriots. Patriots who understand that loving your country does not mean lying about it. And who understand that fighting for democracy does not mean working to destroy it. Patriotism isn't simply waving a flag. Patriotism is giving that flag breath and life. And to show people that the flag represents so much more than just simply an ideal. It represents a promise and a hope. The same promise and the same hope that my immigrant single mother latched onto after my father died in front of me when I was only 3 years old. We refuse, and we will not allow one group to lay claim to the notion of patriotism, especially when that entails denying elections and storming the Capitol. We must lead, Maryland. We will lead, Maryland. So join me. Vote. Vote. And then let's get to work together. Build with me. Come together with me. Join us to make this Maryland's decade. Because together we can and we will lead, and we will not just win an election tomorrow, we will win this decade. And we will do it shoulder to shoulder with our next speaker. A man who understands what it means to be a patriot. Because we're talking about a man who has devoted his life to service. And I cannot wait to partner with him and the Biden-Harris administration to make sure that we are fighting for abortion access, fighting to fight inflation, fighting to grow our economy, fighting to make sure that we are going to build a state where we leave no one behind. Maryland, please join me and welcome the President of the United States, Joe Biden.